Hey everyone, it's Michael Krasilovsky from Team K Realty out of RE/MAX in Corvallis, Oregon. This morning I woke up to an email from my dad with a link to this website about Livability's 2021 top 100 places to live, and my dad simply wrote, "We are number 11." We got to check this out. So let's go right over to this website and see how they ranked Corvallis and why. Okay, so Livability 2021 Top 100 Best Places to Live, sponsored by Move To. All right, let's see what they did. So they've got a ranking system here where they've scored all these places. So as I scroll through here, we've got Madison, Wisconsin, which is a big city. We've got Ann Arbor, Michigan, which in my definition is a big city. Overland Park, I think that's Kansas, big city. Frederick, Maryland. Okay, now we're about the size of Corvallis, a little bit bigger. Charlottesville, Virginia, pretty much spot on, the same size as us. Dave Matthews Band, love it. Quincy, Massachusetts, a little bit bigger. Hillsboro, Oregon. Oregon's getting into the top 7. Roseville, California, Colorado Springs, Vancouver, Washington, and then number 11, bam, Corvallis, Oregon. We gotta check this out. Corvallis apparently has a live score of 732. I love it because that's a big number and a population of about 60,000. Let's see what they said about us. All right. So how we calculate the live score. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. All right, so civics. We got a 70 for civics. Go civics. Demographics, economy, education, health, housing, infrastructure, amenities, and remote ready. Because a lot of our people who are moving here lately are moving here from other areas because they can now work remotely. So why live in these, big expensive cities, stuff like that. All right, I don't really know what these numbers mean, but civics and health are certainly higher numbers. 732, cool, okay, great metric. I'd love to know a little bit more about how that works. So Corvallis means heart of the valley, and they are really advertising for us here that we've got a top university, that we've got a lot of employers in the medical field and some great tech industry, engineering, startups, fantastic. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on this. Weekend plans, we've got the museum downtown, that's right up the street from our office here. There's a good local arts scene. Findlay, love it, yeah, a lot of outdoorsy stuff, fantastic. Favorite place to feast? The Mid-Valley Food Trail. We're gonna have to check this out. I've not actually heard of the Mid-Valley Food Trail, but one of the things that we've talked about and we love here is all of the fresh local food, farm to table movement, all that good stuff. Beloved beverage, wine, specifically Pinot Noir. Okay, that was interesting because I thought it was gonna be beer. I thought it was gonna be something like Block 15 Sticky Hands IPA, but we do have great wine country here. It is super outdoorsy, we know that. If you haven't seen it yet, please check out the upcoming, because you haven't seen it yet, Bike Vallis, Park Vallis, and Hike Vallis videos. We're working on some great stuff for you. Rooftop bar, happy hour at Sky High Brewing, absolutely. Very pet friendly, absolutely. Corvallis Land Grant Institution, OSU, Land Grant Institution in the state of Oregon. So a lot of funding for agriculture, research, great veterinary science. We have a lot of excellent veterinarians in town, and it's very dog friendly. We are also working on Dog Vallis in a little video mini-series, and remote work friendly. They give a shout out to American Dream Pizza, love it. So that is super cool, you guys. Corvallis has a lot of accolades, so this isn't a total surprise, but it's really neat to see it as number 11 in this big ranking of cities all around the country in terms of livability. So here's the pros and cons. Here's what's going through my mind right now. Okay, great. So we got another accolade, another ranking. But one of the things I saw flash by on the screen, even though I didn't really speak to it, it said, they factor in affordability. I would say that's subjective because for me, and for a lot of people that I talk with, it kind of feels like once you've got a place to live here, life is good. But it does feel like housing is the challenge, right? It doesn't feel like we have a ton of affordable housing here. I think that is a big challenge, especially because it's a slow growth community. So there's not a lot of new construction, which means there's high demand for the tight zoning, cute neighborhoods we have with these parks and all this stuff, but there's not a lot of new stuff going in. So two sides of the coin there. An accolade like this might add to the demand. It might increase the demand, which would therefore also, flip side of the coin, lead to potentially less affordability. But here we go. So really neat to see this. Dad, thanks for sharing it. Mom, where were you this morning? Were you on Zillow? We've talked about this. I'm just surprised to see my dad sharing this with me first thing in the morning. So hope you guys are all doing great. It's been super fun getting to connect with you. A lot of you are visiting lately. Some of you are visiting here literally right now. So thanks so much for bringing me into that conversation and allowing myself and my team to be a resource for you. We're never too busy for you here in the Mid-Willamette Valley, and I hope your fall is going great. And just reach out if you ever have any questions about moving to the area. Thanks, and bye for now.